There's these satanic, well, people thought in the chat was satanic, but I think it's more gang. I actually know this is gang insignia, but I can't remember what they're called. All right, let's get off this creepy thing. Let's go find a serial killer and see where this... I believe her name was Megan. I don't want to screw it up. I don't want to screw it up, so I'm not going to say it. But, damn, I smell some good weed up in here. Woo! I'll tell you, though, if you're from Connecticut and, you've watched me before, because my channel used to be called Smoke With Me and CT. Connecticut weed, garbage. Okay? Oh, by the way, you can also get a free coffee from MGM. Just, walk up in there. Anyways. Yeah, the weed is definitely better than Mass. That's part reason why I moved back up here, part not. But anyways, did the killer or the victim, did they walk through this winding stairwell to their eventual death? Now that path goes all the way down, and you learned that there's no exit over there. But we're gonna go this way. This is the way where they found the body, down this way. Now, like I showed you before, there's a police substation right at the front of this park. So where were the cops? Now, it does look empty. I'm not gonna lie, it looks empty. But I think sometimes the cops do sit there, especially early mornings when this young lady was found deceased. The cops, from what I know, usually will sit there. I don't know if they're inside or not, but see, there's all these strange people all around. This is kind of like a not a great place. You get caught up in here, you're pretty much done, because how do you get out other than that way? It's the only way to get out. So you can run into anybody in this park, and there's nothing you could do. Where do you go? You're basically enclosed in this little jungle of probably homeless people. Oh, true. This is probably not the best park to be in. There's no way out. And no, they don't patrol it. That's what they need. They need cop patrols. So somewhere along this railing area, down in a ditch somewhere, down there, right here, down there somewhere, is where they found the body. Serial killers are not really anything new to Springfield. Back in 2017, 2018, I forgot his name. You can look it up. Sherman, I believe, or something like that. He actually murdered several women, 3 women. They were found deceased in his home. One was a friend of my ex-girlfriend. Her name was Kayla. I actually just watched. There's a pretty good documentary on the murders that happened here in Springfield. Now, is this a copycat? We don't know. Could have been a random thing. Now, I will state and point out, if you follow this path and that road we were on, there is a methadone clinic down there. Not to say she was on methadone, but if she lived in West Springfield, or she lived in Chicopee, or Holyoke, or Northampton, she may have come this way. She just may have. But if you look around, there's no way out of here, guys. This is it. Actually, I don't even feel safe down here. I'm going to go up there. Once you're in here, the only way out is through that stairwell that we went over. And that is totally crazy to me. Like, you really have to keep yourself in a sight of where people will be, just in case. So you can make a scene, especially if you're female. This really bugs me out. Like, I've been down here, but I don't believe all this fence was here at that time. But I do know this is a hot spot for the homeless and a hot spot for crime, honestly. Well, true. Crime. But over that bridge right there, you see in the distance, is into West Springfield. Now, why I say this is it's more affordable to live in West Springfield than it is Springfield. So a lot of people come in from West Springfield over to Springfield. Maybe perhaps she was walking down here smoking a joint, you know, hitting her bowl, hitting a vape, just chilling, hanging out with friends. Well, what went wrong? What went wrong? Look at these flowers, though. That's dope. Something went wrong that this woman ended up in the position she was in. But as I said, this is a hot spot for crime, hot spot for drug use. I have, I spent my fair share down here in my addiction. I have 6 years sober. And my last bit of using was actually in Springfield, Massachusetts. I got heavily into using alcohol and other substances. But those days are long behind me. And although, you know, I'm originally a weed guy, it's done great things for me. It's really been life-changing, honestly, not the truth. Oh, here comes some bikes. I like that shit. It scares me. All right.